Welcome to GSL Antigua Shipyard.
All right. In the bottom right starting location, he lost to somewhat of an all-in after his, I guess you could say somewhat of an all-in. Kind of failed. Let's see what he does in this game. He is
Liquid TaeJa.
And in the upper left, I know a lot of our viewers, especially the ones watching the English stream, are cheering for this guy, even though TaeJa is so popular, because it's cool to see a lot of diversity deep into the GSL Code S. This player is
Mauju Mana.
Okie dokie. We'll see what these guys choose. I really do feel TaeJa is going to go for that very standard style. Mana, so far, opening standard. No shenanigans. No, no quick Nexus or anything like that quite yet. Just a pretty standard.
I think if we're going to see a risk taken here, it'd be from Mana, not from TaeJa.
Yes, I would. Oh, no, but Mana's get it. I mean, TaeJa's getting his gas really quickly, so.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that's interesting. We'll see what he does with that, though. That doesn't necessarily have to mean that it's something too crazy.
We're going to see if the probe can get in here. Usually Terrence put down the...
I think he'll have the wall up just in time.
Yeah, it looks like it, because he's checking around here for the Makaraxes.
Yeah, definitely. And, doesn't quite get in. And this is always annoying for the Terran player to attack that bunker. I mean, that supply depot.
It could be scary, you could suddenly lose it.
Yeah.
You don't get the SCV over there in time.
StarCraft 1 probe would have knocked that thing down.
Oh, yeah, man.
Or knocked that down and killed the first 2 Marines out of that barracks.
And taking one of your gases.
Yeah. All right, so Mana very standard, but of course he didn't get to scout inside TaeJa's base. TaeJa going up to factory immediately. Now, will this be a Banshee build, or will this be a Hellion drop, or will it be something really crazy like quick medevac for Marines? I don't think it'll be that.
No, I don't think
I'm feeling it could be a Hellion drop, could be Banshee, but we'll see.
Well, we'll see. You know, the gateway, I mean the Robo, excuse me, if Mana plays like in game number 1, he could end up getting the Robo Bay a little bit later if it's a hyper-fast Banshee, and then maybe he could do some damage, especially if the Observer's not close to the main, that's another situation that could occur.
Now, TaeJa is making the fake bunker at the front, so that when the Stalker actually comes out and pokes up to see if there's a bunker or not, you'll see the bunker, and Protoss almost never runs past the bunker, because if you run past, you're losing your Stalker.
Right.
And you don't really want to have more than one Stalker early on. You want it for map control and micro against Marine, stuff like that. So chances are that he'll just think it's an expansion, which means that this incoming Hellion drop is going to be a little bit scary for him, because he might be completely out of position, like his Stalker across the map.
Just like you said, he might actually try to get another Nexus up here really quickly.
Yeah, you definitely could. If he goes for that, then he's going to be in lot of trouble, but adds that second gas, so it doesn't look like it. Should be seeing him add a little bit more normal stuff coming up. So he still doesn't know about anything. He actually didn't send his Stalker all the way, it looks like. So that's actually good for him, because if he checked that bunker, all that would be doing is giving him misinformation. Whereas right now he's like, all right, anything could be happening. And that's going to really be good for him. So is TaeJa going to go for the 4th Hellion, or going to stay on 3? It looks like he's going to stay 3 for this drop.
We used to see players to put 2 Marines in this medevac, but I don't think it's really necessary.
I think I like it better when they push with
Marines in the front.
One set of them and drop with the other set, and I think that's what we're going to see. So we will see. Mana's actually got a probe in a very interesting place. We'll see if the medevac actually crosses this probe's path.
Oh, I think it is.
Oh, this is huge.
Oh, no. What?
He saw him. The probe saw him, but did
Mana see it? Dude, talk about sick reaction timing from TaeJa.
Yeah, that was really quick.
It doesn't look like Mana saw it. That would have been the smallest little blip.
Yeah. And looks like he might not know, but he's warping a 3rd Stalker in his main. This is really, really good. Already has 3 Stalkers.
Now, all you need to do is get a few shots off with each Hellion on the probes, and they're all going to die.
Well, here we go. 3 Hellions being dropped. And Well, kills a few probes already. Not a huge amount of kills.
And
good defense.
All right,
defense.
so we'll get away from there.
Yeah, he killed 3 probes total, one of which I think was a scout probe. I don't know if he killed 3 in there with that drop. But anyways, the point of it is he's killed only 3. Way quicker expansion for Mana. Mana's looking good right now.
Yeah.
And this command center is pretty slow for TaeJa. But TaeJa already has his starport out, so he can start his medevacs. He's getting double tech lab too, so he can upgrade stim and combat shields very quickly. Not necessarily for a lot of Marauders, but he could add in a lot of Marauders because he does have the double tech lab.
So, as you can see, it's going to switch kind of into a normal TVP game here. He's going to swap that add-on there with the starport. I'm going to get a bunch of medevacs. Yep. And we're going to kind of wait and see what tech moves they make. Are they going to take a third base right away? It's hard to say.
Well, it looks like we're going to see Twilight from Mana, and that's a good choice for sure. You know, the Colossus tech harder to play on this map for taking a third base. Whereas for TaeJa, he is going to go heavy Marauder. He's even getting concussive shells before combat shields. So we should see some harassment coming up pretty soon.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, Mana has pylons put out here to spot for drops like this. Now, that can be good, but the only problem is that obviously the Terran resorts to dropping on the pylons. Mm-hmm. And killing even one pylon in a drop like that is totally worth it.
Yeah, totally. So TaeJa right now, he is just going for his double eBay. He's getting all his upgrades. Still hasn't started that combat shield upgrade, which is a pretty important one as far as upgrades go.
Uh-oh. Careful.
Uh-oh. Looks like he's going to lose a Stalker. Maybe not. Just barely.
The Stalker's just not going to get away.
Not quite. And he has to go down.
Yep.
Sometimes it's hard to tell when it's right on the edge of Marauder distance or Marauder range to see if he's going to get away. And you want him to get away rather than deal a few extra points of damage. Right, so Blink on the way. Something that we've seen a lot on this map.
Yep, it's basically defensive Blink.
Yes.
Any more drops that occur here, you're going to eat that.
And Mana's doing his best to just follow the medevacs and stuff with the Observer. So if he sees where it's coming in from, he should be able to hold.
All right, do a little bit of damage here to those Zealots. He can actually pick up if he wants to with those Hellions.
Yeah, but it looks like he's just going to micro them very nicely. Now there's no medevac to drop in his main base, so he can bring these Stalkers back down. But, will we actually see a drop? We'll see. Hold on, here we go. A nice stim in here by TaeJa. Some force fields going off, not necessarily the best ones. And Mana's going to have to rely a lot on his Stalker micro here.
Really nice control here by TaeJa. He's now barreling up there. There's nothing to back these Stalkers right now. And he's actually going to get that Guardian shielded sentry there.
Yeah, and he actually took a pretty decent amount of damage there, to be honest. Let's see, he lost his Zealots, he lost a few Stalkers, and he lost all of his sentries. So that's pretty painful for what TaeJa traded, which was, I believe, 1 medevac, his Hellions, which he didn't care about anymore, and just a handful of Marine Marauder. That was a good attack. That was solid by TaeJa.
And it looks like TaeJa's regrouping. He may try to poke into the front or drop into the main again. Right now the Protoss is stretched a little bit thin here as far as defense goes. The third base for TaeJa now being taken this game, starting to look a little bit similar to game number 1 here.
Yeah.
From these two players. Stimming and coming in here now. Now there's not enough sentries here for the force field to do a lot.
He is getting Psystorm. It's almost done. And it's about to finish.
TaeJa books it out of there. Nice.
Yeah, just a little bit of damage added on top. Very well done there. And Mana, I like that he's staying very calm. He's getting +1 attack and +2 armor right now. He's keeping his Blink Stalkers in his main base, getting his upgrades and all that, because he's going to have to. You can't just go out and make a Nexus right now or you'll die. Okay, decent Storm.
Yep.
Totally decent Storm.
Did a little bit of damage there, and the medevacs will heal that, but they don't have infinity energy, so
yeah,
having to heal too much in moments like this could be a bit frustrating. And as you can see, the third base is almost done. I don't know if he's actually going to come up here anymore. He might be trying to bait out more storms. Whoa! Actually, nice dodge there by TaeJa. Now,
nice
Stalkers are coming down here. I don't know if this was a good idea, actually.
He did pick off a medevac, but then everything dies.
Yeah, and in fact, he might get these Archons before they even complete.
Oh, man, those Archons were really, really needed. Looks like Mana has overextended greatly, and I think that TaeJa can actually just kill from here.
I think you're right. He could even he can heal up or he can drop in the main.
I think
it looks like it's just going to take a very straightforward approach here.
Yeah.
Oh, making him dance around.
Yeah, realizing that from here it's going to be possible to kill this ball.
Landing mules now on the ramp.
Dancing the mules. And the probe's coming down, but that's pretty painful. There's a lot more units coming up for reinforcements right now. Mana feels like he can break through, but with those extra units coming up, Mana's going to have to GG.
I think we're going to see, GG. Once Mana's digested the loss. So that means Mana's going to be going down now.
Yeah, just continually drops his mules. Not even mining from his third base, just trying to kill Mana off here.
Mana's supply dropping below 40 now. And honestly, this is going to be tough because, as you can see, GG, TaeJa actually taunting his opponent as he knocks him down. So TaeJa not only making it hard on Mana, but I know the other two players that are going to be in the next series here are watching that going, damn, TaeJa's actually off the hook.
But to be honest, MMA and MVP are so legendary. They look at mules getting dropped, they're like, ha! That's all.
Well, I guess as far as we could tell by looking at Mana, he doesn't seem to be too shaken. He's still got a shot at doing this. He's going to have to win the next best 2 out of 3s.
Well, TaeJa is the hardest player to PvT in the world right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
He's unbelievably difficult to kill with Protoss. He's been slaying nerds left and right. It feels like only maybe Seed and maybe a couple others have even a chance to kill him off.
I think so.
So this is like what I think Mana's going to hope is that TaeJa gets out of the group in first place. Because if he does, then Mana still has a chance. Absolutely he does. MVP and MMA both very good against Protoss, but maybe not quite on the same level as TaeJa.
I totally agree with you. Well, we'll see. I think, like we said, Mana could do this. But again, the other two Terrans are pretty good. This is the group of death here today. When we get back from this little break, we're going to watch MMA against MVP. So stay tuned here at the GSL.